Hello, friends. Okay, I have a fun idea to share with you for lead generating. I started doing this several years ago with my unit and has worked really, really well. And it really started at Halloween time, but then we've expanded it and been able to use it other times of year. But focusing first on Halloween, then we'll talk about how to expand to other places. And I'm so excited to have gotten a partner with Aaron Marlowe that took my idea and my very basic graphic and has made it 1,000 times better. So one of the things that I love to do for Halloween is make little goodie bags for mom. Okay, what I treat for mom, little small bags. You can get them really inexpensively. It's about a 3 by 5 size, so it's a little bit bigger than the business card. I put Tootsie Rolls because I like chocolate and it doesn't melt. You can put a little product sample, color sample is usually the cheapest. And then the key is what is inside. And so these I give out to all the moms with the trick or treaters that come to my house. Okay. And so I try to hand it directly to the mom if possible. And if not, then I'll drop it in the bag. But it clearly says for mom. And so, mom's going to look through their candy with them, of course, and she can pull this out. Here's what is inside. This coupon, and I came up with this many years ago because I found that whether it was Halloween or there was opportunities for you to put like something in a swag bag. I mean, there's lots of things that you can participate in that you can put your information in. And not get anything back from it, right? And so it's great, but I was like, how can I try to get something back? Because you can give out tons of business cards, and very rarely is someone going to contact you from it. And so I learned that people, number one, like to win things, right? And number two, they like coupons, and they're much more likely to hold on to a coupon than a business card. And so I created this coupon that Aaron Marlowe made way cuter. It says, do you have the lucky number that wins a grand prize? 1 in 3 wins a fabulous prize. Text your ticket info, and then you're going to write your phone number there, okay? Or in the Canva, then you actually can type it in. So it's really easy. So to find out if you win. And then here's her ticket number, and it looks like a little ticket. And you all, I had so much better success with these. Now, if I give out 100 of them, I might get 5 to 10, which 10% is actually really good. Usually it's like 0.1% that you might get from handing out business cards. And then on the back of it, so you can do either the little bag, or you can do just something like this where I just staple, an eyeshadow sample to it, and it has a coupon. This is a $20 off a $40 purchase. Now, the key is you have to update the QR code to go to your website, okay? And you can Google how to do that in Canva. It's really easy of how to do that. But basically, she can get $20 off a $40 purchase. Now, this coupon is essentially worth $20. I'm going to hold on to it. I'm less likely to throw it away. Now, there's also a $10 off a $20 option in there. You could, of course, change it to be whatever you wanted to, $5 off, but offering a coupon, directing them to your website. So most importantly, you need to update the QR code to go to your website. You need to update this to say your website right here, register on my website. And then you need to put your phone number right here on the line. Okay, so those are the things. So you can give out either one, little baggies like this or things like this. Now, what I do with these little guys like this, because they're easier to put together and inexpensive, and stock up on the eyeshadow samples before they're gone, because they're definitely the most cost effective sample to give, is I do a shout out right about, maybe the week before Halloween and say, hey, who gets tons of trick-or-treaters in your neighborhood? Maybe ask on your social media, reach out to your customers, family, and friends, like who gets lots and lots of trick-or-treaters? And I have a gift for you. And I can either treat you with, I'll bring, a bag of candy to help you with your supply, because I know it's expensive, or I'll give you a free Mary Kay glamour product, free mascara, free lip gloss, something like that, or a half price skincare item. You choose. You can decide whatever you want to offer her if you'll hand out some coupons for me. And so literally all she does, you make up a whole bunch of these, and she drops them in every trick-or-treater's bag along with the candy. Really easy, and then it'll get to mom, right? So it's a fun little cute little thing. I might even, probably what I would do is take this little gift for mom and I would staple it to the little coupon in the ticket so that you still see the gift for mom on the outside. So if you have a chance to make goodie bags, make goodie bags if you want to. If you don't, then you can just use the little cards and just put the gift for mom on it. But it just gets it out there. I mean, can you imagine if you could give out, 500, 1,000 of these? You're bound to get some leads from it. And so here's the fun part is they will text you, not everyone, but enough will. And of course, as we know, Mary Kay, everyone's a winner, right? Everyone's a winner. So just like a fishbowl, are they putting their little name, that you might put like in a nail salon or something like that, enter to win. Everyone that puts their name in there gets to win. And so I've also, my scripts are on there of how I respond to them when they text, because of course I do confirm if they have a Mary Kay consultant or not, because I do not want to take anyone else's customer. And then lead to their winning is, of course, a pampering session with me that we can do virtually or in person, and a gift card to spend at that pampering session. So again, you'll see that verbiage, you'll see how all the scripting, that's all in the Canva file. So actually, let's open up the Canva file here and look at it together. So I can show you what I'm talking about. So here is the Canva file that you'll get from Erin Marlowe. And so here is where you have the little front part that you can put on the front. Here's a little entry form, which I'll tell you how we can use that in just a minute. Here's a larger paper you can make that you can put a QR code to a virtual entry form, like a Google form they can fill out to enter to win, which I'll explain that in just a second. And then here's the coupon. So do y'all see this right here? Here's your coupon. Here's the $10 off a $20 purchase. You can choose however you want to. And then, or then, there's different amounts. You can go in and change that to whatever you want. But the key is change the QR code to go to your website, put your website here. Sorry, there's my dog in the background. Put your phone number here. Okay, so that's the key with this. Now, also, we have all these other fun themes. So there's a Halloween theme, spooky one. There's one that's just a generic fall, if you some kind of like fall festival or something like that. There's my text scripts, right? And so when they text me, my response is, congratulations, you won the runner-up prize. You won a papering package to Mary Kay. Reply for details, because I want to engage her in a conversation, right? And then she may ask me, you'll reply, tell me more, or I'm curious, whatever. I say, great, first, what's your name? Do you currently use Mary Kay products? Y'all can read all the scripting here. So I just go through. And then here's a way that you can, a tracking sheet that Erin made for us, okay? So where you can put her name, her phone number, and then your follow through, that you send her the first, second, third message, you booked appointment, you held the appointment, she purchased product, you can keep track of that on there. So thank you, Erin Marlowe, for making these awesome graphics. Now this enter to win, which again, you can customize with whatever little decorations and graphics you would like to, but this is a Halloween one. And the way that I use this, y'all, this is key. I remember National Sales Director Lisa Allison saying years ago, Halloween is like the only day of the whole year that potential hostesses and customers come knocking on your door. And so here's what I've done many years for Halloween successfully is I set up in my car, like at the end of the driveway or on the street in front of my house, I open up the trunk, have a pink Cadillac, but you can do it with any car. And I have some fun adult treats like, hot chocolate or hot cider or bottles of water, depending on the weather, maybe some like really nice little brownie bites or cookies or something like that. And so while the kid walks up the sidewalk to my house to get candy from, whoever's handing out the candy at my house, I have 30 seconds with the parents. And I have little clipboards with those little entry forms, just name, phone number. Do you have a Mary Kay consultant? Say, hey, I'm giving away a gift package today, a pampering package. I'd love to get you entered. Here you go. And then I'll get them a drink. Would you like cider or hot chocolate? I always like to have two things because I don't say, do you want cider? I say, would you like a hot cider or a hot chocolate? So remember, we're always choosing between A and B, not for yes and no. And so, and even if it is the dads, that's fine. I'll let them, get the treats. They love it. I was like, I know the kids are having fun, but the parents, it's a lot of work for you too. So here you go. I'm treating the parents here. And so it's building that relationship, that rapport. People in the neighborhood, like sometimes multiple years, they were like, I told my friend that you would be here, and I'll have maybe a little product display, but I want to have that representation as the Mary Kay woman in the neighborhood. And I'm giving out free gifts. I'm giving out gifts. Like that's what I'm doing in networking. And of course, it's a great way that you can get leads. That's where you could also use that page with a QR code that they could scan. That would be something you could use maybe if it's the dads there. Say, hey, just scan this QR code. And then when you get home, you could have, the mom fill this out and she can still get in the drawing. Just something like that. Or he can fill it out for her. I've had him do that. Just put her name and number on here and I'll get her in the drawing. Just like any lead generating thing that you're collecting those names and numbers. Okay. That works really, really well. If you have an opportunity, a lot of churches do like a trunk or treat event. I love to do those because I go decorate my pink Cadillac all up and I give out little goodie bags and I have candy for the kids and I have the treats for the mom. And it's a networking opportunity. And of course, giving out, goodie bags directly to the mom having forms they can fill out if possible. But the key is you all these tickets. These tickets have been really successful in lots of different ways. I get invited to put things like in a swag bag for some kind of event. I always put this ticket on there, and I really try to attach the coupon and a sample just so it feels like it's something. But you would be amazed how many people will text and want to know if they won. Okay. And I put on here 1 in 3 wins because really only probably 1 in 10 maybe text me of how many that I give out. Um, and so it's a great way to hopefully turn that into a conversation, do some fun lead generating, but really use Halloween can be a great time to network. I will just carry these little goodie bags around. Maybe they don't say gift for mom. It just says like a treat for you. You could go in there and easily change it. And so especially the last couple weeks leading up to Halloween, I said, hey, I know trick or treating is just around the corner. But I don't think kids should be the only ones having fun. So I'm giving out treats to all the ladies that I meet today. Here's a little treat for you. That's it. Really fun little gift. It has chocolate in it. It has a free sample. And I tell her there's a coupon. And there's also a ticket in there. You can see if you win a prize. The other thing that I've done sometimes is taken these tickets and you can print it on label paper. And so sometimes I'll even stick the ticket on the outside of the little goodie bag because then they really notice it and they will text you. So there's your fun ticket number idea. Thank you, Erin Marlowe, for making this come to life in a way more beautiful way than I had. But y'all, happy lead generating. Go meet new people. Women love to get fun free gifts. And Halloween or any kind of fall festival or fun event is a great opportunity. And really use, I hope these tickets, these little fun ticket numbers can be a blessing for you. And have a great rest of your day.